Welcome to the first askRCOR Live. We're going to be running these every Thursday around lunchtime, giving you the opportunity to ask anything technical. So just feel free to type in the questions down in the comments below. We'll keep a lookout there. And if we don't get to your question today, we'll either DM you with a message just saying, here's our suggestion, or we will answer your question next time. So why don't we get started? The first question is, how do you set up a network printer? Well, there are different types of network printers. First of all, there are the kind that you plug into a computer somewhere else on the network, and then the information is shared out so that other computers can print, and it spools that job to that computer and then comes out on that printer. The other type is where the printer is a self-assigned independent network device. That's one where the printer is actually on the network. It can be wireless or wired. Now, I'm going to give you the Tim Richter 2 cents here. I best like the printers that are direct connected to the network as a device, and they're plugged in directly. The reason I like that the best is we've seen the least problems. With wireless, many times, if you turn everything off, turn everything back on, you have to reload the drivers and reattach everything up. That's especially difficult when you have multiple computers attaching to it. The other problem you have is with a printer that's directly connected to another computer downstream. What happens if that computer's turned off? Well, you end up where the print job goes and it just sticks out there and waits until that computer's turned back on. Finally, the main thing with a device that is directly on the network, if you have to reset it, is turn it off and back on. You don't have to worry about rebooting a computer. You don't have to worry about resetting anything else up. So back to the original question, which is how do you add it? In most versions of Windows, you go into the control panel, which would be to click on the Start menu and choose Devices and Printers if it's located there, or Control Panel, and then select Devices and Printers. Up at the top, there's an Add Printer button. You click that, it will scan the network for your printers, and most of the time, it will go ahead and it will find the printer, and you just click OK and Next. One of the things that I would really suggest that you do is an option near the end of the setup wizard is where it gives you the ability to change the name of the printer. Go ahead and do that to something that you'll remember. Otherwise, if it just is generic like HB LaserJet 401N with the following MAC address, you'll say, what's that printer? I've got a whole bunch of HPs on my network. But if you say Tim's office, then you know exactly where it is. Finally, choose to print a test sheet. If the printer is installing the wrong software or anything like that, the printer will either not print the sheet or it will not have what it should have on it, and you can back up and redo. I hope that helps. It looks like the next question is, what do you suggest for secure file sharing? Well, the first thing is I'm going to answer this as a non-HIPAA compliance, and then I'll talk to you about HIPAA compliance. But remember that HIPAA is the rules that are set up there for medical offices and practices that deal with patient records. So let's set those aside for right now, and let's go with non-HIPAA compliance. Dropbox, Google Drive, these are two of the most common. I happen to like Google Drive just because it seems to be easier for me. They have a lot the same features. It's just I already have Google accounts and things like that, so it's easier. But both of them are very good products, and both of them do offer some enhanced encryption. But always remember that the way these file sync operations work is that it sets up a folder on every device or hard drive of a computer that you have it on, so you can have multiple ones, and you actually work with that document. As it sees changes, it pushes it up to their cloud service, and it saves those files on the internet, and then that change is synchronized down to the other devices. So remember that if you want security, you've got to have a password on your computer as it comes up. Now, let's get over to HIPAA compliance. There are definitely secured, encrypted methods of doing this. I'd suggest get with your managed service provider, talk to them. We have one that we provide that we resell. Most managed service providers do. So it just depends on what you need. And I hope that helps. Here's another one, deals also with encryption. How do I send encrypted emails? Well, sometimes your email supplier or vendor has the ability built in. Most don't, so I recommend using a product called SendInc, SENDINC.com. And what they do is they offer pretty much the same way that most places offer, which is that you send you don't send files or anything like that. You log in on the internet, and it uses SSL encryption, same thing that stores like if you buy something from Amazon, it's protecting your credit card. So you log into that site. You write your email out, you attach files and so forth. Instead of it sending the actual email, what they do is they go and they send a notification to the recipient. That recipient then again has to use encryption, whether it be on a mobile device like this or on anything else. What they need to do is they need to log in, and they'll use that same encryption, and then they'll be able to view the message, respond back to you, forward it on, and so forth. And again, they can copy and paste it, but you know that it's gotten to the recipient in an encrypted form, and if they hit reply on that page, it is encrypted when it comes back to you, because again, you receive a notification, you log into the website. So that's the best way of handling encrypted emails. Well, we're going to go to the final question now, which is, how do I best protect my employees and our network from malware and viruses? That's a pretty big one, folks. There are many, many ways to do it. I'm going to hit the top two that I can say that you need to work on. One is keep up the protection on all of your computers. This includes anti-malware software, antivirus software, and yes, they usually are different. You also want to block sites that are known to be bad or harmful or have phishing or drive-by downloads. This is usually another service that you do. And also, finally, the spam filtering. So you have to have those softwares in place. That's the first thing I wanted to say. And make sure they're kept up to date. But as I often call it, your employees are the last line of defense you have to protect your network. Make sure they are trained. One of the things that we provide as a managed service provider is we provide the ability to have us come in on a regular basis, usually every half year or every quarter, and talk to the employees and say, we use WebRoot antivirus. How do they use it? What notifications will they receive? What will it look like? And we give examples. We also use products like OpenDNS and the umbrella for the blocking of known bad sites. What are they going to see? What are they going to get? So that they know when to call us. And that's something that you need to have. You need to have constant vigilant training, and your employees have to always stay aware of these things. So my suggestion is, if you don't have it, get a qualified managed service provider. And if you do have one, make sure that you utilize and make sure that you definitely use their services to the fullest extent. If they don't offer it, you got to wonder why. So thank you for attending this session of askRCOR Live, and if you have any questions, you can direct message me on Facebook. You can send an email to tim@arcor.com. You can also call our office directly at 919-313-9355. I hope you have a great day and safe computing.